Welcome back to If You're New Here, we break down the latest motorcycles, industry news, and upcoming rides that matter to real-world riders. So if bikes are your passion, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a single update. Now, let's get into what could be one of the most exciting announcements of 2026, the Honda Africa Twin 650. That's right, Honda has officially unveiled the 2026 Africa Twin 650, and it's already stirring up serious buzz in the adventure bike world. We've all come to know and love the Africa Twin as a high-capacity, go-anywhere ADV machine. But now, Honda is giving us a more accessible, mid-sized version aimed at riders who want the spirit of the Africa Twin without the size, weight, and price tag of the 1100. So, what exactly is the 650 bringing to the table? Let's dive deep into everything from design, specs, and performance to tech features, off-road capability, pricing, and whether this is the mid-weight adventure bike we've all been waiting for. First off, let's talk about design. The 2026 Africa Twin 650 borrows heavily from its larger sibling in terms of styling. From a distance, it looks every bit like a full-sized adventure bike. It retains the aggressive, rally-inspired front end with dual LED headlights, a sharp beak-style front fender, and a tall windscreen that's fully adjustable. The fairings are sculpted to manage airflow efficiently and offer solid wind protection without adding bulk. What really stands out is how Honda has managed to retain that signature Africa Twin silhouette while scaling everything down to create a lighter, more nimble machine. The bodywork is narrower, especially around the tank and seat area, which helps shorter riders get both feet down comfortably, something that's always been a concern with tall ADV bikes. Speaking of weight, the Africa Twin 650 comes in at around 450 pounds wet for the manual version and just over 470 for the DCT model. That's significantly lighter than the 1100 and places it right in the mix with bikes like the Yamaha Tenere 700 and the Aprilia Tuareg 660. The lower weight will make it more approachable for newer riders and easier to manage off-road. Fuel capacity is another strong point. The 650 features a 5.0-gallon tank, which, combined with its efficient engine, should provide a real-world range of over 250 miles, ideal for long-distance travel without constantly hunting for gas stations. Technology-wise, Honda hasn't cut corners. The 650 comes with a 5-inch full-color TFT display, complete with smartphone connectivity for both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You can control music, navigation, and even take calls, all via Bluetooth and a handlebar-mounted joystick. The electronics suite includes multiple riding modes, standard, rain, gravel, and user, each tweaking throttle response, ABS sensitivity, and traction control levels. And yes, the rear ABS can be turned off for off-road riding. There's also cruise control, a USB-C charging port, and optional heated grips. Honda's new traction control system is worth highlighting. It's more advanced than previous versions and offers smoother intervention without being intrusive. Off-road riders will especially appreciate how it allows controlled rear-wheel spin in loose terrain while still stepping in to prevent a complete loss of traction. When it comes to ergonomics, the Africa Twin 650 is designed for all-day comfort. The seat is a two-piece unit with adjustable height, ranging from 33.5 to 34.3 inches, and there's an optional low seat that drops it below 32 inches. The handlebars are wide and set high, ideal for standing on the pegs, while the foot pegs are positioned to provide a neutral, upright riding posture. Passenger comfort is also considered, with a generous pillion seat and sturdy grab handles. And for those planning long-distance travel, Honda will offer a full range of accessories including aluminum panniers, a top box, taller windscreens, crash bars, and auxiliary lighting. Now, let's talk about competition and where this new Africa Twin 650 fits in. The midweight ADV market is hotter than ever. You've got the Yamaha Tenere 700, KTM 790 and 890 Adventure, Aprilia Tuareg 660, Suzuki V-Strom 800DE, and even Triumph's Tiger Sport 660. Honda is not necessarily trying to beat all these bikes in outright performance. Instead, they're aiming for a balance, something approachable, reliable, and versatile. The Africa Twin 650 isn't trying to be the fastest or most extreme. It's trying to be the best all-around adventure platform, the one that fits the widest range of riders and use cases. And that's a smart move, because not everyone wants or needs 100 horsepower and electronically controlled suspension. Sometimes you just want a bike that can take you on an epic road trip one weekend, a dusty trail the next, and still commute to work on Monday. As for pricing, Honda has announced that the 2026 Africa Twin 650 will start at $9,999 for the manual model, with the DCT version coming in at $10,799. That puts it right in the ballpark with the Tenere 700 and slightly under the V-Strom 800 and Tuareg 660. For what it offers, including premium features like DCT, adjustable suspension, TFT display, and solid off-road hardware, that's a compelling package. Availability is expected to begin in the fall of 2025, with pre-orders already open in select markets. Honda is also planning to release several trim levels, including a rally version with upgraded protection, skid plates, and possibly a larger fuel tank, though that's yet to be confirmed. So, who is the Africa Twin 650 for? It's for the rider who wants a do-it-all machine, something that's equally comfortable on highways, backroads, and forest trails. It's for the traveler who doesn't want to be limited by range or road conditions. And it's for those of us who admire the legendary Africa Twin DNA, but want something a little smaller, lighter, and more manageable. Honda has played it smart. They didn't just downsize the 1100 and call it a day. They've engineered a brand new bike from the ground up that feels like a natural extension of the Africa Twin family, not a budget version. It has its own identity, but carries the same spirit of adventure and exploration. And honestly, it's hard not to be excited about that. The ADV market is booming, and this bike is proof that manufacturers are listening to what riders actually want, not just throwing horsepower and electronics at us, but focusing on real-world usability, reliability, and versatility. If the Africa Twin 650 rides as good as it looks on paper, it could easily become the new benchmark in the middleweight adventure segment. We'll have to wait for full ride reviews and real-world testing, but for now, things are looking very promising. And that wraps up our deep dive into the all-new 2026 Honda Africa Twin 650. What do you think? Is this the adventure bike you've been waiting for? Are you considering it over something like the Tenere 700 or KTM 890? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your riding buddies. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a future update, review, or ride report. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Ride safe, explore more, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.